What's up guys, Alec here, and today I'm going to talk about the action block on Instagram because I've been getting a lot of questions, comments, DMs, all about the action block, and it's almost as popular as the Instagram shadow ban. So first of all, what is an action block and why do they exist? An Instagram action block is when you can't complete an action with your account. For example, you'll try and comment on a post and you'll get a notification popping up to tell you to slow down, or you've been doing too many actions so it won't let you take it any further. And it's really frustrating. It stops you from being able to use Instagram pretty much. You can't put captions, you can't comment on posts, you can't like posts, you can't follow people, and it's a big problem. An action block is a big problem. And now, although the action block is trying to keep Instagram safe from spam bots and all that, sometimes it can be very annoying when your account gets action blocked and you don't even deserve to be action blocked. So in this video, I'm going to give you 8 different ways that you can remove the action block as soon as possible. And now some of these methods I've done myself, and some of these methods I've found by doing research online and watching other people's videos and online blogs and forums. So that being said, the first tip is to edit your Instagram bio. People say that if you edit your Instagram bio, it makes you look a lot less like a bot, so Instagram is more likely to remove the action block. Tip number 2 is just to uninstall and reinstall Instagram on your phone. Now, this one, I don't think it would work in my opinion, but people have said that it's worked on other forums. The reason why I don't think it would work is when you uninstall it, Instagram saves your cookies and data on that phone anyway, so when you reinstall it, it will still have the kind of information. And I'm pretty sure an action block is linked with an account, so that won't necessarily work. But try it anyway. Tip number 3 is to send a request when the action block message pops up. Now, sometimes on the message, you get the option to send a request saying that they've made a mistake. Sometimes it says, tell us if you think we've made a mistake, and then you just send a request saying that they have. Sometimes that has worked for people. And if that doesn't happen, this is tip number 4. You just need to go into your settings, go into help, tap on report a problem, and then select something isn't working and just say that you've been action blocked and you shouldn't have been. This has fixed the problem for me before. I've reported this a couple of times, and then like a few hours later or the next day, I don't seem to have been action blocked anymore. Tip number 5 is to use another device and switch to data on that device. The reason being is because action blocks are often linked to IP addresses. So you could have action blocks across your entire phone, meaning that all the Instagram accounts you use on your phone are going to be action blocked. And the reason you have to switch to data is because if you switch to data, you won't use the same IP as your Wi-Fi address. Now, a lot of the times, this has been one of the best methods for me, but I have had it occasionally where an action block has been linked to my account and it has gone from one account, from one device to another device. But hopefully this should be one of the best solutions for you. Tip number 6 is to delete third-party apps and stop all bots. Now, a lot of the time, people have an ongoing action block because they're running like Java or Follow Liker at the same time, and it's just causing them to constantly get action blocked. This is because their bot software doesn't look authentic at all, and Instagram can tell it's been a bot software, or they're just doing way too many actions, so Instagram is constantly going to be blocking that account. So I highly suggest, if you are getting action blocked, that you definitely slow down on the automation and remove third-party apps from your Instagram account. Tip number 7 is to link your Instagram account to a Facebook page. Now, I've never done this myself, but it kind of makes sense. Instagram normally has the action block in place to stop Instagram bots and spam accounts just taking over the platform. So if you link it to a Facebook page, it's just going to look more real and authentic. So Instagram is more likely to unblock your account. Now, I've never tried this one myself, but again, people have said that it's worked for them. And finally, tip number 8 is probably the best one and the easiest one. Although you have to be patient, it's just to wait it out. Most of the time, my action blocks last a minimum of 8 hours and a maximum of 24. I know sometimes they can be like weeks, which is ridiculous. There's not much you can do, to be honest, if none of the previous tips worked for you. So yeah, you just got to wait it out and make sure that you avoid doing something that will cause you to get action blocked in the future. And I know the most frustrating thing is that a lot of the time people get action blocked for literally doing nothing. Like, I've had an Instagram account where I've maybe go on it once every 2 days, and I go on it once to follow one person and I just get action blocked, and it's really annoying. It doesn't make sense. But now I've given you all my tips, I'm just going to give you a couple of tips to avoid getting blocked in the future. So like I said, if you're using Instagram bots and software, if you get an action block, it is normal. Don't be surprised. Most of the time they don't last more than 12 hours, but you can't expect to have Java on full blast and not get an action block if you're using it at the same time. And then my second tip is that if you're not using any software, just try and make sure you're not abusing the follow button. Like, you're not trying to follow 200 people within an hour throughout the entire day, because obviously you're going to action block them. And then my third tip is probably try and not run more than 5 accounts from the same IP address. Try and switch IP addresses. I like to keep it 3 accounts to one IP address, but action blocks can be to the entire IP. So if it's seeing loads of different Instagram accounts running different actions from the same IP, it's most likely that a few of these accounts are going to get action blocked. So that was the video for today, guys. Now hopefully if you get action blocked, it's not going to last more than 24 hours. But if you found this video helpful and any of the tips worked for you, hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below. And again, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and peace out.